Today is the day that you release the truth. What we know the truth from a year from now may be different from what we are today. There are so many truths that I have held back then. Now I discard it and destroy it. Even if we think it's the truth for what we see now, but it doesn't. Um, uh, People think that there's an absolute truth. No, there isn't absolute truth. It's only truth if we accepted it. In the world around us, we have surrounded by people who are in the Matrix. Now, if you haven't watched the Matrix, I highly recommend you rewatch it and compare our world to the movie The Matrix. It's in a way very similar to how people operate. A lot of my classmates and peers believe that it's normal to do the same thing as everyone else, but it's not normal. It's this the game that the human people play is but a form of a mind control. It's a form of uh, making you believe that the world that you live in is very real. It is very real to the sense it's very real, but only because you believe it. Your belief is just but an illusion. Your belief system filter out everything that you don't believe, and it filter in what you believe. It's the same thing as confirmation bias, right? Confirmation bias is only it take away all the things that you don't believe, and you seek evidence of what you believe to be true. And that truth, that belief can hold you back from greatness. Now, if you observe a lot of people around you, they act like zombie, they think the same thoughts, they say the same thing, and nothing ever changes in their mind. If you have a conversation with a person, you will ask, why do you think like that? Why do you hate this person? Why do you do these things? Most of the people never examine or observe what is around them. Most people think it's normal to have a job. Most people think it's normal to go to school. Because you've been marketed to and repetition to your whole life, and you believe that, and you live in the illusion that you have to do those things. You don't have to do those things. Just telling you. Now, Neo and Morpheus was sitting in the room, and Morpheus was explaining to Neo. And then after that, Neo said, "What is the Matrix?" Today, you want to know what the Matrix is, right? Well, I will tell you. Morpheus will explain. The Matrix is everywhere. It's all around us, even now in this very room. You can see it when you look out into your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go into work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. Neo said, "What is truth?" Morpheus, that you're a slave, Neo, like everyone else. You've been born into bondage, born into a prison you can't smell, taste, or touch. A prison from your mind, for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. So you have to see it for yourself. I can't tell you what is the matrix. Only you can discern what is right, what is true, what is black. Most of the world think there's black and white, and we say that's not true. You can't go after your dream. You've been fed a lie. And then Morpheus say he opened his hand, say, "You take the blue pill, Because the story ends. You wake up in your bed, you believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Today, I want to do something for you. Okay? In my hand, I have two pills. Oh, you can't see it? Just imagine that this is the red pill and the blue pill. Right? Which pill will you choose? You take the blue pill or the red pill. The blue pill, you stay in ignorance your whole life and you never know. And the red pill, you understand and you will be waking up to the world where you don't have to do anything what people have told you. They're just opinions. And that you take the red pill, you gain control of your mind, you gain control of your own uh, interests, and you get to do what you want. But if you take the blue pill, you are you don't want to know the truth. You want to stay in truth. I mean, you don't want to know the truth. You just want to be ignorant and you won't just want to listen to everyone else. It's up to you which pill you take. But then again, what is truth? Over the years, I have found out that within truth and truth, there is lies. Um, I want to give you a background a little bit. Back when I was spiritual awakened, like a lot of people, I dug deep into a little bit deep into the rabbit hole. I did. They have I remember I was on YouTube and I was uh study watching YouTube about reptilian or shapeshifters or all those things. But I stopped watching it for one reason, because it didn't feel right. I didn't feel right to that. Why? Because everything that I was listening to also Lennon Honor. He was talking about reptilian or shapeshift whatever. The thing is, that was my truth back then. But also the reason why I stopped that is because it's based on fear. A lot of these things are based on fear. Everything that I watch from like waking, it's fear based, and it's like the same thing as if people say if you don't go to school, you will never be successful. It's a fear based. It's fear. It's a form of mind control. You don't have to do anything. You can choose your own path. You can carve your own path. It's the same thing. People think that just because you know about the law of attraction means you're awake. No, a lot of people know about the law of attraction. They're still not awake. To truly awake, what does it mean? People think awake means knowing about the spiritual laws of the universe. That's not what it means. That's not. Because I can tell you, a lot of people study the law of attraction. I observe a lot of people on, there's a Facebook group on law of attraction, and I saw it. I think I told this story once. There was this person who wanted um, to do what he wanted to do, to uh, do his own thing. And there was this lady on Facebook group. Uh, it's the Law of Attraction Facebook group, and she said, "No, no, no, that's too risky. Don't take it. Get a job, get a safe one, and then do your dream." But that's where they're misconcepting. See, she's still stuck in the matrix. She haven't. She's even if people seem like they're awoke, but truly not awoken. Awoken mean that you are not afraid to take risks. See, a lot of people in the law of attraction are afraid to take risks. Even spiritual people too. They're afraid to take risk because they believe that taking risks is a no-no. That's why most people say we should wait things to happen. No, I say you should be patient, but the most successful people make things happen, right? Every day I try to make things happen for me, to do what I need to do to get opportunity that people see. Here's the thing that people never understand about the law of attraction. The law of attraction is just a spiritual law of the universe, right? It's the it is the principle of the universe, right? We are governed by a law, but also if we understand about the spiritual laws of the universe, it's just about understanding to take control, full control of our own mind and direct it to which end we want. And it's sad that people say they take the red pill, but they're still stuck on their own truth. I used to believe a lot of truth, but I destroy a lot of truth because I'm not afraid of, I get uncomfortable of what entrepreneurs or people say. And so oftentimes we are stuck to only studying one person. We're only stuck to studying this subject because we fit it in a box. Nothing in life is in a box. Everything in life, your life right now is nothing but an illusion. You can do things you want. It's not. It's sad that I see that people who know about the law of attraction, of course, and also spiritual, know about these things, but they're still stuck in some limiting belief system, and they could have released their potential to the world too. And I realized you even the reason why I'm like this is because I'm stubborn to the degree is like this. I would like to get my message out there, even if you know the truth. You have to be able to be uncomfortable with other truth. You say, no, 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 this is not true. What if it was true and it could help you? It's the same thing. People think I attracted the law of attraction for an interview, right? I had one lady say I attracted the law of attraction for interviews, like all these author I attracted. No, I use my intuition, but also I use knowledge. There was I use knowledge, and people don't understand that. And I follow up a great deal. I follow up. Most people don't follow up, right? And it's like this. If I was told that you should wait for things to happen and let circumstances happen, my message is this. Bob Proctor told I remember he always said in a seminar, you were born rich. He said that the most, and he always quoted, if circumstances doesn't happen for you, you make it happen for you. The most successful people, if they cannot if they cannot, if the circumstance doesn't happen, they find a way to get this. They find a way to make it happen, right? And oftentimes we don't see that. Oftentimes we think that just because I did something that no, there's other things that I did too that people, I that's why I disagree. So anyway, take the red pill and you be awake to the truth, and you take full control of your own mind, and you get to create your life on your own term. That's up to you. And also, you also have to be awakened to the truth that there are things that we aren't aware of, and that is the psychology of the mind, right? A lot of people believe that you have to know all these universal laws. I saw them all, but there's also insidious things behind the doors which you don't see, and that is the psychology of the mind. People, if you don't know about people who are in marketing or big companies, they are influencing your subconscious mind. They're influencing your mind and directing it to get you to buy things. And Most people are blinded by that. They say, "Oh, law of attraction," but there's also another side of life that you don't see. That's why I agree a lot with Mark Passio. If you don't know who he is, I should be able to put a link down. And you talk about the real knowledge of the the law of attraction, and I hope that you have the ability to be able to take in and to see for yourself what Mark Passio said, and I do believe what he said. And too many people are ignorant, as he said, ignorant. They ignore the facts and figures in front of them, and they don't want to choose to listen. They choose to they choose to listen to their own self belief system, and which is holding them back. And so many of us are only into this bubble of ours, and we think that is the truth. We learn a certain truth and we stay that in a certain truth, but we never evolve. We never um, see another way. We don't observe. There's many different truths, and you have to be able to at least listen to different side. Most of the people who can't even take to different perspective. You know, most people say, "Why do I read this? Why do I look?" Look, the day that you think that you know it all, I mean, the day that you stop learning from other people, and that's the limiting system, belief system you have held yourself back. I read Elon Musk. I read Jeff Bezos stuff. You know, I learn from everyone. That's why I like Evan McCarmichael so much stuff. Um, he opened to my own whole new direction, saying most people, most people, I asked one of my friends, and I knew that there's a reason why people she hate this person. It's because her families and friends hate him. It doesn't matter if just because your friends or family hate this person does not mean you should hate this person. You see, my best friend, hate Jeff Bezos, and the reason why I like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk because they think big, they have a vision, and they're making it happen. Jeff Bezos is crushing it when it comes to Amazon, right? There's uh, stores that are going bankrupt, and for God's sake, why would people like? Okay, so my best friend hate on Warren Buffett, right? I love Warren Buffett. I used to look up to the Warren Buffett. I like for his way of thinking. Warren Buffett read 8 hours a day, right? As Tyler Lopez said, right? So I like that thinking. Warren Buffett is the richest man in the world, right? And also Bill Gates, and also Jeff Bezos. Anyway, here's the thing. She see the thing is my friend hate Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, but the thing is I don't hate them. All the people that I learn from, or you know, most people don't understand that people have flaws too. So it doesn't matter. Just learn from them, right? That's why I like it so much to be open, more minded. Even if see most people get into this heated debate of, oh, why are you even gonna learn from this person? It's bad. How you know it's bad? It could save my life. It could open me into a no new whole world of possibility. You don't know that. But the thing is, we're ignorant to the truth that we let all these things that it blind us, and we follow the follower. So many of the people, classmates of mine or peers, they follow the follower. Like Aaron Adam said, they follow. They become zombies, robots. They don't do what is in them. They let their dreams die. They let societies push them around and say, "You should do this because I said so." It's an illusion. A lot of things that are pull over your eyes, but you don't see. And the day that you took the red pill, you take your responsibility for your own life and where your dream will go. It's up to you. And when you're awake to the truth, meaning that you take in things that may not necessarily you listen to, or may not necessarily you agree with. You don't have to agree with everything that people say. Just take some good stuff out of it and grow. But As Edmund Carmichael said in one of his video, too many of the time, I get written off too. If I say something offensive for law of attraction, they write it off and say, "Oh no, he don't know what he's talking about." If I don't know what I'm talking about, just watch me. Because I read in the book, "F You Money," Dan Locke, he's like, "Oh yeah, you say you can't do that? Watch me." Here's the thing that most people don't get. Your truth can also hold you back. It blinds you. Unless you learn, that's why I interview a lot of different diverse people. I don't interview just law of attraction expert. I interview whoever I want to, because if I don't do this, I will be blinded by the only knowing about the law of attraction truth. But they law of attraction is like nearly a smart part of it. Have you ever known that in the Oracle of Delphi it said know thyself? Once you know yourself, you will know the gods and the treasure and the universe. It's true. If you know yourself, you release the potential that you go out into the world. And today I want you to be open to the truth, but also other truth. There's no absolute truth. There's only truth that you live in, and that's pretty much it. Which pill will you take? The blue one, where you're staying ignorant like everybody else, like the masses. I'm sorry that mean, but still the masses. Or you wake up to the truth and you still taking the red pill mean you're still going to have to be evolve. It's about evolution. While the blue pill is not about evolving. It's about being a pawn of society, and you're not the king of society. I mean, you're not the everyone can, as I say, everyone can become the chosen one. Everybody can mold their path to whatever they want. They can become their own hero. While the blue said, "You're powerless. You have nothing. You're you won't be a hero. You're a loser for the rest of your life, or you're just gonna be a nobody." While the red pill said, "To heck, to heck what everybody said. I forge my own path, and I forge it and go move towards whatever that I want." You have to remain awoke. Subscribe to my channel, like my video, because I'll be doing book reviews, interviews, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Ta-da!